YouTube video of the year.
Yeah, we hope it goes viral, don't we? So now I'm here again with Patty, and she just finished her session on the lounge, and we explained to you the HRV, and now I'm just going to ask you, Patty, a few questions. And if you could just tell us about your experience in the lounge. How many times have you actually
I've actually been in the lounge just 5 times.
Okay.
And there's a lot of information and a lot of different things that I see we're measuring and ways to measure that. So I feel like I've just touched on exploring all that this really.
How about the personal experience? What did you feel?
Wonderful.
Yes.
Absolutely wonderful. I'm, actually after 2 times in the lounge, I'm in. I want to bring this to the women and the staff at Women in New Recovery at Winter. And we've had a couple of our staff members in there already, and they're wanting to know when they can get back in. Basically, so far my experience has been, being able to get to really nice state of calm and peace, and outside of what it measures, outside of the scoring, right. The personal experience has been, wow, this is right. Wonderful. It's quick. It's just kind of wraps around you, so you don't have to effort at all to get into the experience of, saying, wow, that's a very nice place to get to quickly, get calm, get centered, right. Get focused. I've had a couple of times, and now over the last couple of days where I've, been in the lounge and had, and done some of the work there, and then had to go back to my desk, and and be in the business of CEO at Winter. Sure. And my only concern is that I'll lose my edginess. Not really. Right. But it takes the edge off. Takes the edge off. But then I'm going to go back in there and at the desk and feel like I can handle things. Right. So you made the investment in 2 of the lounges. I made the investment. Okay. 2 of the lounges. Okay. And you see the potential. As a therapy. As a therapy, and okay. And frankly, as a attractive marketing tool, and right. I already know the return on investment on this is going to be taken care of in a relatively short period of time. Right. And the experience for our residents, right. As they we'll and the bottom line is your clients. Bottom line is our clients. Bottom line is your clients. You are a nonprofit at this point in time, and so you're serving a community, and you want to enhance what you're doing. Let me ask you a question on as far as the biofeedback. How do you see that working? And the bottom line for your clients is relapse prevention. Am I correct? Right. And how do you see all this working in relapse prevention? Because we do have some aftercare that we maybe want to talk about. I see it actually also as stabilization. Okay. So crisis stabilization tool. Coming out of their skin, anxious, wanting to leave. Are they in the right place? Come have a 20-minute experience here, and they're going to be able to think that through a lot better. Right. They're going to be able to hear what we're going to recommend, which is always to delay the decision until they're not so emotional, and they're going to be able to move to that calm state really quick. So I see that initially as like a retention piece, which is really important. You work that hard to get people in. Mm-hmm. It's very difficult to see them leave, especially when you know what they're leaving for. Right. So that was a high motivator, and then as far as the biofeedback part of it, I think that when people are able to see that that truly they do have more control than they realize, than they're engaging in, mm-hmm. because they don't know where that control is or how to get in control of themselves, their feelings. Right. So they're so feeling driven.
that they're going to be able to, check the response, and the little handheld unit that you showed me.
Right.
That's going to be a wonderful tool for them to practice this with. They can't all be in the chair all the time.
Right.
And this little device, this little handheld device.
It's the PSR, portable stress relief, which measures coherence and gives them the audio that they're getting in the lounge, and also the visuals with the buttons, and turn from the red to the blue to the green. So we have high hopes for this as a relapse prevention.
As a relapse prevention.
Right.
Hope that we'll be using this. We'll probably be using this device in groups as well as individually, and then have them, hopefully have one in their pocket as they leave,
Right.
so that they can remember their ability to move themselves from that state of agitation, or maybe even depressed,
Right.
and into a different state of mind.
Right.
By breathing and by being aware of their mostly their breathing and
Right.
their state of mind, allowing themselves to just grab 3 minutes to get
Right.
in a different space.
Right. And so you've come to the point to pretty early on to believe in what we're doing here, and so much so that you've decided to become a distributor.
Right.
And so we're really blessed and happy to have you aboard. We know you're in this for the right reasons, and our kit, and when I you know me in our talks, I'm very excited about relapse prevention. That's what really is the bottom line. So the other part of the kit is the sleep system, the audio wear, and it's pretty simple. It's all self-contained. So maybe you could just speak a little bit about it.
I've been
Just slips
sleeping
on
with it for the last 3 days, and I'm a person that has, I don't have good sleep through the night, and it's too soon for me to tell about how that's going to move me through that. But between these two, I have no doubt that I'm going to be a much better sleeper.
Right.
And that thing is comfortable. It's you've got some beautiful material on there, and just really easy. Didn't stayed on my head all night. Didn't fall off.
Right.
The earphones didn't fall out. None of that happened.
Right. It's self-contained, and little MP3 player, and so
3 years ago, 4 years ago, we started going to a conference that was held up in Vegas called Neuroscience Meets Recovery. And so what this has done, when I met you and got in the lounge the first time at the show, this was the tool that we needed to bridge that gap. Knowing how the brain works, knowing a little bit more about that, being able to have all of that in consideration when we're working with a person,
Right.
So to take it out of their behavior and their attitudes and into maybe just how their brain is working at the moment,
Right.
Has really helped our perspective and helped our ability to, communicate. But always with the addict, the alcoholic, if you can help get some quick interventions in there right now, because they live in real time.
Right.
And everything that they're feeling, they're going to, there's a sense that they're going to be feeling that always. And if you can show them how in 20 minutes, well, I'm not feeling that way again, that's huge.
Right.
That's huge.
Well, once again, we're so glad to have you on board, and we look forward to a long, prosperous relationship, and not just the business part of it, but helping maybe make a big difference in the world of addiction, because of the huge problem that we're facing.
Right.
So we know there's more people like you that are dedicated, and thanks again.
Okay.
Welcome aboard.
Thanks, Rick.
Thanks, Patty.
Okay, that was easy. Oh, 10 o'clock.